Hi, my name is Morgan Osborne, and today I'm going to be talking about overweight children and how we can save the overweight children. Now, has anyone here ever seen a little kid walking down the street with their parent or their, grandparent or relative eating a chocolate bar that they clearly don't need, and you can feel nothing but sorry for them? Well, I know I have. My experience with this topic is that I have had family members and friends that were overweight as children, and now as adults they've had health problems because of their overweight as being overweight as children. Everyone here has had to struggle between having a bag of chips or a bag of cookies or listening to their mother nag at them to eat a carrot or a celery stick or drink milk and apple juice. And because of that, everyone has had the struggle, or everyone here can relate to how hard it is to make that choice between eating healthy or reaching into the cookie jar when no one is looking and stealing a cookie. The purpose of my speech today is to inform you on child obesity and how significant it has become in the United States today. Therefore, I will be talking about the lack of healthy food in schools and school lunches, the lack of exercise being acquired for children on a daily basis, and just how many children in the United States are obese today and what predictions will be if things don't change. Now let's begin. The first thing that people need to understand is how unhealthy school lunches really are. School lunches need to make fruits and or vegetables a number one priority. According to the USDA, the Food and Nutrition Service says that the fresh fruit and vegetable program can be an important tool in our efforts to combat childhood obesity. Founded by Chef Ann Cooper, the Food Family Farming Foundation is a nonprofit organization created to empower schools to serve nutritious whole foods to all students. School lunches are beginning to make meal programs that add more healthy variety to the students' meals. Changing the outlook of our children's future through the power of choice, food and flavors, real whole foods in schools will impact our families and our food systems in a profound way. Let's Move, an organization made by Michelle Obama, said that in 2012 we accomplished a critical step on the road to deliver healthier foods to our nation's school children when the U.S. Department of Agriculture released new rules that will boost the nutritional quality of the meals eaten by school children every day. Now let's review how inactive America's children are. America's children lack physical activity. Children receive less than 30 minutes of physical activity per day. The World Health Organization, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and other authorities recommend that children should receive more than 60 minutes of physical activity per day. Most of the 60 minutes should be either moderate or vigorous intensity aerobic physical activity and should include vigorous intensity physical activity at least 3 days a week. Children should have different types of physical activity. According to Choose My Plate, a website made by the USDA, it says that as part of children's 60 or more minutes of physical activity, they should include muscle strength activity such as jumping and bone strength activities such as climbing at least 3 days a week. Physical activity for children and adolescents should be developmentally appropriate, fun, and offer variety. Now let's review how unhealthy America's children really are. The rate of childhood obesity has skyrocketed and is continuing to do so. There is no desire by the people in this country to save the lives of these overweight children. Therefore, their lives continue to be at risk because of their poor eating habits. According to the American Heart Association, child obesity is the number one health concern among parents in the United States, overruling drug abuse and smoking. The number of obese children in the United States has tripled since 1965, proving that parents do not care about their children's health as much as the parents did 45 to 50 years ago. The lack of care for children has caused them to suffer greatly health-wise. The poor choices that children make at young ages affect them later on in life. The American Heart Association says that excess weight at young ages is causing earlier and higher death rates as adults. At the rate that child obesity is growing, the percentage of obese American children is rapidly growing. The following percentages show the current female-to-male ratio of obese children. For non-Hispanic whites, 30.1% are males and 25.6% are females. For non-Hispanic blacks, 36.9% are males and 41.3% are females. For Mexican Americans, 40.5% are males and 38.2% are females. To finish my speech, I have discussed the following things: the lack of healthy foods in school lunches, the lack of physical activity children get per day, and the statistics on childhood obesity and the outlooks if things don't change. So when you're driving home from work and your little kid's in the back seat saying, "Mommy, I want a Happy Meal," and yeah, it's convenient when you're driving home and you hand your kid that Happy Meal, just think you're doing nothing but digging an early grave for your little angel. Thank you.